say that you lose yourself in a crowd. Well, that's always been my experience. It's also been my experience that you find yourself in solitude. But you wouldn't want to confuse being alone with solitude. Although solitude requires being alone, alone does not always mean solitude. Alone can mean many different things. Isolation, loneliness, in a world of strangers, or many other various and disagreeable things. But true solitude is never disagreeable. I can find solitude in many different ways. Moments of carefree idleness, a long drive, or a beautiful spot in the forest. But my favorite method of finding solitude is by combining those things in a camping trip. By myself, camping alone. On this day, I had already been driving for several hours and had driven many miles by the time I arrived at this beautiful landing, so that at this point I had already fallen into a deep vein of solitude. I was able to just stand for a while, look at the mountains, hear the sounds of the forest, feel the wind, and breathe the fresh air. Several of these mountains I'd already climbed, or at least been on their slopes, so I already felt like I was in the company of friends. I ended up driving a few hundred yards away from this landing, into the trees and out of the wind, to a favorite campsite where I had been several times before. I already felt very comfortable here. I let my mind slip back many years into the past, half a century into the past, when I would be camping with my grandmother, my brothers, my mother, in some remote part of Idaho. I remember the playing and the laughter and all the fun we had. And the memories came back to me as if they'd only happened yesterday. I remembered the stories my grandmother told me and how they filled me with a sense of adventure and many favorite daydreams about what it would be like when I was an adult. And I'd be on my own, following my own dreams, having my own adventures. Till finally the day wore away, and I sat by the campfire, still lost in many beautiful memories. till at last it was time to go to bed and dream. In the morning when I awoke, there was a squirrel. I don't think he was talking to me, but I think he was talking about me. I made coffee. I love the smell of coffee in the fresh morning air. Ate my breakfast. But all too soon, it was time to go. Leave reality behind and head back to civilization. But already I was dreaming of the adventure that I would have next weekend. Somewhere deep in a forest, a place not yet decided upon. But I would certainly be going. Well, that's one perspective on the upside of camping alone. Why I like it. And I know I wasn't really alone. You were there with me. But that hardly counts. You're such good company that it had all the charm of being alone. I hope you join me on my next weekend trip too. Thanks for being there.